And I actually got up to the Q&A mic and I asked him that. And I told him, I was like, I usually ask this as an interview question. So what's your answer? He's like, can I pick anybody? I was like, I wasn't going to tell him like, no, it has to be someone you know in real life. And he said Yoda. That was like the answer he came up with was he wanted Yoda.
That's a bad fucking answer. King of Zuko, that's the dumbest answer. You want Yoda? He can barely even walk.
Hey, welcome back to the Black and White Cinema Podcast with Kevin Ugie. I'm Kev.
And it's your boy, Ugie. What up, America and Canada?
And the rest of the world.
Yeah, hey. Today, we watched the 2004 classic, Dawn of the Dead. But before we get into Dawn of the Dead, Kevin, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right, man. The heat's getting to me.
Yeah.
The heat and the work, you know? Nothing makes capitalism feel like an oven quite like a heat wave.
Yeah. Days like this are I'm finally happy that I've broken out of the not having AC and we should get AC conversation that was going on for years. And like now, just have AC and it's like a fridge in my house and I love it.
That sounds nice. My house does not have AC. I've had fans on, windows open, trying to get that vortex draft going all day.
You'll probably save money just getting... You could actually make your own AC. Like you just freeze a block of ice and then like attach it to the back of a fan and it like cools your house. Just watch if you DIY it. It works really, really well.
All right. Yeah. I have like one of those portable ones in my room, but that's about it. So, but yeah, it's, you know, I'm glad it's going to cool back down tomorrow. Might even get some rain tomorrow because Seattle's weird.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. When we get these heat waves, I love it when we just get a little bit of rain.
Yeah. My yard is equally happy.
Yeah. I got a Steam Deck.
Really?
Yeah. So like now I'm playing computer. Like realistically, at this point in my life, I rarely play single player video games. All I want to do is play multiplayer games with my friends.
Friend swap.
So like, yeah, my Steam Deck is basically a way for me to play friend swap and I'm having like the best time. I've been playing this game, Gamble with Friends.
It sounds like it was made for you.
It's so good. It's literally just these like these little dudes that like sleep in a cardboard box. The whole point of the game is that you owe your bookies money.
Nice.
So every single day it's like you and like it's multiplayer. You go to the casino and then you gamble to make enough for the threshold to pay back your bookies. And then you rinse and repeat. And it's like, just imagine you're like at the casino with me and we've made our money. And it's like, Ugo, don't bet anymore. No. I'm on a heater. You got like little bats. You can like hit your friends, stop them. But like once they hit bet, it's there. So it's just like perpetually you're in this like place where...
I've lived this game in real life.
You're like in a place where like you're either completely broke and you're fucked, or it's just like there's like 10 seconds, like there's a timer. So you have like 5 minutes in a day for everyone to do the gambling. So like time runs out. So you gotta like win before time runs out. And like sometimes you just get it right before the timer and it's such a good game.
That sounds kind of fun.
I've also been loving Peak. Like, yeah.
I've heard of that. I've heard that was really good.
Peak is just like, you just climb. I think we've talked about it on the podcast before, but like you just climb a mountain. It's multi-layered.
Yeah.
So that's super fun. Peak is really, really fun. It's just like you and your buddies have to like climb a mountain together and there's like different items and like you get hungry. So like it's a mixture of helping your friends, but like holding items. It's like, you know, like kind of I don't know what you call those, but like it's like a simulator of, like, I don't know, like life, I guess. Not life simulator, but like it's like an inventory management simulator because you got to keep your food and like you get tired and you can get injured. And like when you're tired and injured, like your climbing bar goes down. So you got to do that. And it's like levels have different mechanics to get through. It's really, really fun.
That sounds like Ugie core.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of strategy and also like fun with friends.
Exactly. Just laughs. It's just like somebody messes up or something stupid happens and you all laugh and you start.
It's like one of the like iconic friend swap games is the defuse the bomb one.
Yes.
That was like one of the early ones.
Yeah.
Of course, Among Us is like the biggest one.
Yeah.
I played that with coworkers and it got pretty amusing because people like realized how good their colleagues were at lying to them.
Yeah. Just imagine what I'm doing in the WVR. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that was one of the positive things about COVID since no one had anything else to do. There was a lot of friend swap going on, a lot of online gaming. Like
Even my team at work, we used to, like, every other Friday, like when the sprint closed for like the 2 week sprint closed, we would like play games on the end of the day on Friday to like, do something fun
blow
before
off
we all hung up, like code names and Among Us.
I'm a board game sort of person. So I just went over the weekend. This is like a new hobby that I want to do. We went to an estate sale over the weekend, and now I'm like hooked into like estate garage sales because like for me, that was one of the things that me and my mom did growing up together. Like in Montreal, like on Saturday mornings in the summer, my mom and my auntie Debbie and like a couple other of my mom's friends, like Teddy's mom and stuff. There was a group of us that liked going to garage sales. So like my mom would never buy me like brand new video games systems, but I had a huge collection, and my collection would just be like going to garage sales, buying games for 50 cents a dollar, someone's old, whatever.
Yeah.
And I had an extensive collection. So like for me, like my holy grail, like I always see stuff on Reddit, like I want to go and like, oh, this person's grandson or son had all these Magic cards.
Yeah.
Like that is the dream that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks today because the internet exists. So it's like you can look up prices.
Yeah.
It's not how it used to be. Like I remember I bought a ColecoVision at a garage sale for like $2 with like 20 games. And then when I moved from Montreal, I gave it to my buddy, and he said he sold it as a collector item for like $150. And that was like $150 when we were like 12. So
yeah.
It was like a lot of money.
Yeah.
Shout out DDA, but yeah, I don't know.
That's cool. Yeah. I feel like I used to go to garage sales a bit more, and now like, that's just not what I spend my Saturday mornings on, but I sometimes like I'll drive past some and be like, man, it would be fun just to do that.
You don't want to grab too much of other people's junk because you have enough of your junk.
Yeah, I do need to have my own garage sale. That's like one of the many things on my summer to-do list right now.
See, we went to a garage sale where people were kind of doing that. They were just selling junk, and it was funny because like it was out in Kirkland, and so there were all these like signs to get to this person's house. And it was just a bunch of cars just all doing the same thing. Like 2 cars in front of us did the same thing. They were in a cul-de-sac, and they pulled around, saw what their wares were, and I'm like, oh, and just drove off. Yeah. No one got out of the car. They're just like, I'm not trying to buy
my stuff isn't junk. I just like, I hate the process of like taking pictures and posting on Facebook Marketplace. And that's why I have a pile of shit that I haven't sold.
You should like organize in your community, man. Get like a community garage sale and then like donate the money.
Whatever I don't sell is going to Goodwill.
I just mean like you can donate the money to like a good cause or something.
Oh, that's probably better.
Or you could spend it on cookers and cocaine, whatever. If you do that, invite me.
Deal.
I mean,
car parts.
Yeah. yeah. All right.
Well, let's I have a see what had happened was for you today.
There you go.
Okay, so this is our recurring segment, See What Had Happened Was. This is where one of us describes a movie poorly or misleadingly, and we see if the others can guess what it is. If you want to play along at home, I'll give you a clue in a second for when you can pause and let us know in the comments, and let us know if you got it. So, See What Had Happened Was. A squad of misfits is brought together unexpectedly as punishment for their various crimes. With control wrested from them by their unyielding overlord, they have to resolve their differences to survive a day from hell. Appearing to toe the line, they do all they can to subvert the mission and win their freedom. They prove themselves to be much more than they appear on the surface, and they may have more in common than even they believed. So, while Ugie thinks about it, click pause now, type in the comments what you think it is, and let us know if you got it right.
Stack. It's with Harley Quinn, and I cannot figure out the name. In my opinion. It's either that or the one with Paul Rubin.
This is a Disney movie?
No.
Can you repeat the clue again?
Yeah. A squad of misfits is brought together unexpectedly as punishment for their various crimes. With control wrested from them by their unyielding overlord, they have to resolve their differences to survive a day from hell. Appearing to toe the line, they do all they can to subvert the mission and win their freedom. They prove themselves to be much more than they appear on the surface, and they may have more in common than even they believed.
I heard the clue.
I don't think this is the answer, but it sounds kind of similar. So I'm going to say Heavyweights.
That is a good guess. It is not Heavyweights. It is not Suicide Squad.
Ah, shoot.
It's The Breakfast Club.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I love that movie. Ah,
I'll read it
I
again.
knew it was a movie that I've seen. I knew it, and I was just like, I can feel that I should be able to get that.
I was describing Suicide Squad, and that's why I put squad in there. A squad of misfits is brought together unexpectedly as punishment for their various crimes. With control wrested from them by their unyielding overlord, they have to resolve their differences to survive a day from hell. Appearing to toe the line, they do all they can to subvert the mission and win their freedom. They prove themselves to be much more than they appear on the surface, and they may have more in common than even they believed. Signed, The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So that brings us to our intro segment to the movie Dawn of the Dead. We call this There's Something About Ugie. This is where we talk about some data about the movie, some fun facts, etc. So this Dawn of the Dead was starring Sarah Polley, Ving Rhames, big friend of the pod, literal big friend of the pod, Jake Weber, Mekhi Phifer, also a big friend of the pod, Ty Burrell, Michael Kelly, and Kevin Zegers.
You know, Ty Burrell is Modern Family.
Yeah.
I
forgot he was in this. I'm a huge Mod Fam fan, as you can see by the fact that I call it Mod
Fam.
Like
I've never heard anyone say that. This is the whitest thing you've done on the podcast so far.
That might be true. That's saying something.
Actually, I don't mind Modern Family. Yeah, honestly, it was low-key kind of a good show. But
I think, like, what's funny, I was just saying this to my wife yesterday when I was watching this. Like, I forgot Ty Burrell is in this.
Mm-hmm.
Love him in Modern Family, the most wholesome character. And everything else he's in, he plays this character. Like, he plays Steve. He's such a prick all the time. And it's so funny because, like, he's probably most known as Phil Dunphy.
Yeah.
But, like, none of his other characters are like that at all.
The entire time I was watching the movie, I was just like, I know this guy from something. And even after I found out later on, it was the dad from Modern Family, because I don't know Phil, I guess. I was still like, this is right, but I still feel like it's something else. Like, I thought that he reminded me of something, but like I couldn't tell what it was.
I don't even remember what else he's been in. Because
I looked it up and I already forgot.
Yeah.
Shout out him, bro.
Yeah, he's hilarious. One of the things from Modern Family that Coley and I quote all the time is, "What's the plan, Phil?" Like when he just starts doing something without thinking about it, because like I do that all the time.
Let's start a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the tagline for Dawn of the Dead was, "When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth." It's pretty good. It's also a line from the movie. Yeah, pretty good. Where do you put that on our tagline 1 to 10 scale?
Yeah. It's good. That's just like
it a solid 5.
Yeah,
because it's not particularly witty.
Yeah,
but it fits. It's not wrong, you know.
So. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was gonna give it maybe a 6, but 5 seems appropriate. Like I don't think it sells the movie.
Yeah,
really.
It's not bad. It's not good.
Yeah,
so exactly. 5. Release date was March 19th, 2004. R rating for damn sure. Runtime of 100 minutes, hour and 40. Good length. Directed by the legendary. Directed by the legendary Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings.
So I feel like this whole Zack Snyder and Snyder Cut stuff, like Zack Snyder did not exist to me until like
Superman,
Batman, or Superman,
right?
Whatever the fuck. Like I, you know this about me, and I'm not sure if America and the rest of the world knows this about me. I like 3 or 4 superheroes. And like the rest of it is just kind of give or take.
Yeah.
So like I'm not Superman is my least favorite superhero. I think he's the worst.
Same.
He's just he's a guy that has every power.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never really gotten into the Superman lore except for like watching a couple of movies.
I watched the show when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And, you know, whatever. But I digress. I feel like he became, well, I don't want to say he became super popular, but he's much more prevalent in the discourse around movies nowadays, especially the concept of the Snyder Cut, which doesn't even need to be about him anymore, which I appreciate because I call things the Snyder Cut all the time. But like, I don't even know what this man looks like. And when I saw this was him, I was like, okay, I guess this means this movie is going to be good.
Yeah. It's like, the reason I said I have mixed feelings is like, there are things that he does as a director that I think are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like even stylistically and like the way he colors movies, I think are pretty cool. The problem I have with his more recent stuff that I did not see in this is I feel like there's way too much time spent on like holding a shot with like a slow push or a slow pull
Mhm.
that like I don't know why it feels self-indulgent, but like that's kind of the way I feel when like maybe it's because
He
like
insists upon himself.
right, like I feel like what actually happened is like I wasn't super aware of who he was, but I had seen movies of his that I liked, and then people got like so firmly on his dick
Mhm.
that I was like trying to figure out what's great about it, you know? So I started watching things more critically and just being like, I understand what's unique about this, but I don't feel like it's adding to the story. Like that's kind of what I mean by like long holds where you get like a really long shot over music and then another shot over music and another it's like I get the tone. We can
Yeah.
move on. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. You see other filmmakers that don't nail it, but like you said in The Usual Suspects, how you get that nice slow zoom in, but it's very purposeful.
Yeah.
It means something, like it adds to the shot,
Right.
adds to the composition of the story that's being told. And even like from a visual cue, it shows one character above another. I don't think that I particularly saw, I don't want to say there weren't good shots, but from an artistic perspective, there wasn't anything that blew my mind when I was watching this movie.
Yeah.
But it was just a good movie.
Yeah.
This movie I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
It was good.
I also think that like the directing for horror is different than
Yes.
for like a DC Comics epic,
Which
you
is
know, where
really-
like I think he was really effective in this, making you feel like
Yeah.
like either jump
Claustrophobic,
scares or
yeah.
like uncomfortable. Like he definitely did so like like you were saying, the shots don't jump out as artistic, but the shots are very effective and like what
Exactly.
they're meant to do
Yes.
in that scene. But yeah, and I also think it's one of his earlier works, and that's probably one of the reasons that I like it more than the later stuff where like he was really experimenting or like really trying other stuff. But
It's what you need to do to some
Yeah.
degree. I get it.
again, I digress with you. This was written, the original screenplay, 1978 screenplay, George A. Romero, Legend of Horror.
Which is funny because I saw that and I know that there's some sort of link to Resident Evil. I remember there would always be like a bad guy called Romero, and there's always like a Romero
Oh,
in
really?
zombie video games and stuff. And that was something in my mind that I
That
was
just got
thinking
unlocked a
about.
little bit.
Like, and I was like, oh, if I can find, if this is actually true, then I'll throw stuff here. But I don't think that I'm making this up. I've always seen this where zombie video games have a Romero, or like,
That's
I think there's like a
probably true.
Yu-Gi-Oh card or something. I remember, or maybe it's Final Fantasy VIII. I know there's like a zombie called Romero or something like that.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well, this will either be very interesting or will be cut.
yeah.
Yeah. The other I had no idea this was written by James Gunn.
I didn't
Like,
know that till now.
Yeah.
I fill this out.
no, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I had no idea until roughly 2 hours ago when I was looking up movie data for this. I love James Gunn. I've talked about Peacemaker on this podcast, so that was cool because I thought this. Yeah, true. Yeah, I forgot he worked on Community, and yeah, just huge fan. Cool. It kind of made a lot of the comedy in this movie make a little bit more sense knowing it was him, because he's so good at like really surreal moments with something that makes you laugh. So on brand. Rotten Tomato meter and popcorn meter are both 77%. That's pretty rare.
Yeah. And I think this is about right. This isn't a masterpiece in the sense that it's not breaking the mold in any particular fashion, but I like the word you said before, it's very effective. The story, it flows very well. It's entertaining. I think maybe there's certain times where if I had anything that I wanted to complain about, maybe lighting a little bit.
Yeah.
At times, and it just might have been actually no, I watched this on Amazon Prime. I did pirate it. So yeah. I don't know. I enjoy it. This is about, I'd give it like an 8.5 or something.
Yeah. Around, yeah, I think I can see why the scores are what they are. I wouldn't really ding it for anything. Like some of the acting is kind of uninspired, but that's like typical of horror, especially like 2000s era horror.
There were some tropes, but not too over the top with the tropes.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things that I like. I feel like a lot of zombie movies, they feel like they have to just hit all the zombie movie tropes.
Yeah.
And this movie, I didn't. There are a few, but not over the top.
Yeah.
It was very effective, and as a person who was watching this movie for the first time,
Oh, really?
yeah, I'd never seen this movie
Oh, shit.
before. Not even, and I feel like a lot of times I've seen so much of it just by watching, Saturday on USA or whatever.
Yeah, FX.
I don't think that I've seen very much of this movie. I know there's some parts about it. I think that I had seen, again, so much has been lampooned and stolen from this that I've seen it being paid homage in other movies, and this, of course, is a remake. But it was very fresh to me.
Yeah.
And so that was very, very cool.
Yeah. I like, even sometimes it'll hint at a trope and then subvert it.
Yeah.
But like, even kind of skipping ahead, but like the introduction, like when her boyfriend gets bit by the neighbor girl, I thought that was like a really good way to do we're going to show you this thing popping off and like in a way that's been done a dozen times now, but super effective. And like, when the zombie girl walks into frame and you can see her face all fucked up, it's like, oh, that's fucking terrifying.
I mean, I know we're gonna get to this later, but I guess we're just talking about it right now. Is this? I've been conditioned by movies for so long, and they have to do this whole setup and everything. One thing that I really appreciate about this movie is you just got straight into it.
Yeah.
When I saw the girl, I was just like, oh, she's gonna be sick, and they're gonna be like, oh no, we gotta check. No.
Yeah.
My note for this was like, oh shit, they're just going for
it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super good. All right. So closing this out with the budget game. Do you want to take a guess of the budget? Do you want me to tell you the budget?
I think I did see the budget.
Okay.
But I already forgot it. But was it like around 40 or something?
26.
Yeah, 26. Okay.
It's 26 million. That's the estimate.
That's the estimate.
To the audience, these are almost always estimated budgets. Most of the time, people don't really know. But we take our data from the internet just like the rest of you. So this opened directly against Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Another movie I haven't seen, but I really want to.
I haven't either. And it also opened against Taking Lives, which is one of my favorite like serial killer thrillers of all time. It's on our list to do. I've talked about it on this podcast. I won't do it again. In theaters at the time, Passion of the Christ, Starsky and Hutch, Secret Window, and Hidalgo.
Starsky and Hutch, the
Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. Yep, that one. So that
kid gets exploded.
I haven't seen it.
Oh. Like, yeah. That is one of the funniest things in the entire world to me. I'm just gonna spoil this part for you. I don't even really care.
I might never watch it.
In Starsky and Hutch, like part of the movie is that they're like supposed to save like this little kid who's like, he's like this cute little black kid that lives in the neighborhood and whatever. And the bad guys are mad at them for whatever reason. Anyways, this little kid goes to their house and like opens the door and there's a bomb and the kid gets exploded. I don't think it's supposed to be funny, but they show this little kid like getting exploded in slow motion.
Oh my god! It's probably supposed to be partially funny. I don't know.
He dies. It's sad. It's hilarious.
R.I.P. Little Thing.
I hope I didn't make that up. I'm pretty sure.
Internet, let us know if Ugie got that one right. We might insert a clip. We'll see what we can get away with. All right, so $26 million budget. That's the state of play in theaters. What do you think it did opening weekend, gross US, and gross worldwide? 2004.
2004. Okay, everyone's and Ving Rhames is in this, and so is Mekhi Phifer, and I think they're probably the most notable people in this. I have a hard time thinking that it made its money back. I feel like this is just Yale's cult classic to me. That doesn't mean it doesn't. I mean, you had to choose between this and Passion of the Christ.
Yeah. And the ones that opened directly against Taking Lives and Eternal Sunshine kind of were slow burns.
Yeah.
Like, I think Eternal Sunshine got pretty popular on video
DVD.
release. Yeah.
13 million on opening weekend.
26.
20. Wow.
Made its money back.
It made its money back. All right.
Had a good opening weekend. What do you think for gross with that information?
All right. Well, if it had a good opening weekend and everybody liked it, then let's say 60. In US and America, and then worldwide, let's just bump that up to like 89.
Yeah, so 59 US and 102 worldwide.
I wanted to say 100, but I wasn't. I feel like money. We're getting to a part when we're into the 2000s. Money stops making sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's a lot easier in the 90s.
I'm still not over Wayne's World. How it made that much money is just beyond me. My brother called me today, and he was just kind of like, "Yeah, I'm with you. I had multiple text messages this morning, which I told you guys not to do.
Yeah.
People
Comments.
agreeing with me about Wayne's World, and one of my friends, shout out Ben, Patreon Ben, he was just like, "Oh yeah, oops, I know I'm supposed to do this in the comments."
Yeah, nice. So all of the people that agreed with you were they white? Did
Ben's white, my brother's black.
okay? Well, I know your brother's black because like I'll I think I texted you this. I don't know if I remember to tell you, but I was on stand up with my team last week, and so it's me, another white guy from Seattle, a black guy from Nigeria, and two Chinese people from China, and one girl who grew up in San Diego was Chinese. And I was like, who here on the call has seen Wayne's World? The white guy was the only one who had seen it. So I was like, So we did learn a thing here.
Yeah, Webb was just like, you haven't seen Wayne's World? I feel bad. Sorry, I haven't texted you back as of now.
It's his least favorite thing about you. So.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, it's just I think it's just a cultural thing, and I think that was back at a time, as we discussed in that movie. Whatever, we went over this already.
It is funny. We have learned in the last week that you were right. We reached the movie where it's like, this is a white people movie. All right, so that's the movie data. We're gonna do what, for lack of a better term, we call dueling plots. So Ugie and I are going to tell the story of Dawn of the Dead one sentence at a time.
All right. The movie starts with a happy family, and their child is infected and becomes a zombie.
That is not how this movie starts.
Okay. Well, the movie starts with this woman who's a nurse at work, and she has a weird subject, and then she goes home.
Yeah. She ignores warnings on the radio of potential outbreaks on her way home and just listens to music.
Well, she hooks up with her husband, and then they wake up the next morning. They have a really steamy sex scene. And then the next morning, their daughter is infected and bites like the jugular off of her dad.
That's not their daughter. It's the neighbor girl.
Oh.
Anyway.
0 for 2.
While she tries to save her husband, he dies and then immediately is reanimated and tries to kill her.
She escapes through the bathroom window and drives off, only to her terror that the whole neighborhood seems to be falling apart with these, I don't know, creatures running wild.
She crashes her car and is found by a police officer who is also on his own, trying to get to somewhere safe.
With the police officer, they meet up with 3 other people, a man and a couple who's pregnant. They decide to go to the Crossroads Mall.
At the mall, they encounter some zombies that they dispatch and also meet up with 3 security guards who are holed up and don't want them to be there.
The security guards are dicks.
The security guards lock them in a store for most of the time through the lead of the head of the group, CJ. That was a weird sentence.
The security guards are dicks.
Eventually, one of the nicer security guards overwhelms the other 2 with the rest of the group, and they lock up CJ and the other dickhead.
More people need help and come to the mall, and they allow them in. And now there's about 12 people at the mall.
In the group are a variety of people, 2 of whom are already bitten.
The bitten people have to die. One of them turns and attacks, and they kill her. And the other dude is a dad, and he just comes to the realization that he has to die, and then he turns and is shot immediately.
The survivors are doing pretty well in the mall. They have plenty of food and water, but eventually the lights go out.
They attempt to put the lights back on, but in the process, find more areas where there's zombies and narrowly escape.
They realize that if they want to survive, they're going to have to leave the mall, and they reinforce the vans to be tanks.
Additionally, across the street, they've been communicating with a man at a gun shop, Andy's gun shop. They plan to help Andy and get out. But one of the dog survivors goes over to Andy's, so they have to make a double save.
Andy is bitten and turns and attacks the girl that went after the dog.
The dog and the woman survive temporarily. They all narrowly escape, but some people die. They all have to run back to the mall and leave in the vans.
The vans start to escape, but one of them overturns and all of the group in that van is killed.
Except for one dude.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
The rest of them make it to their escape plan, which was to get to a boat. But when they get to the boating location, the zombies just follow them. And one guy, again, creates a makeshift bomb and sacrifices himself so the rest of them can get on the boat.
Before getting on the boat, we learn that one of them, Michael, has already been bitten and is going to stay behind to die.
They make it to another island on the boat, only to find out that there are zombies there and they all presumably die anyways.
Yep. We did pretty good at that. We're getting better at this.
Yeah. Maybe that one was a little bit long. But
Those are it.
yeah, I mean, let's see. What do I want to talk about? First, like, we already went over it. I like how the movie starts. I like that it just got straight into it.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite things. Like, they didn't have to do a whole backstory and someone investigating. It's just like, nope, couple scenes. Something's really wrong with this guy. You get your first hint. There's the bulletin message, and then it's
The ambulance drivers are like, man, there's a lot going on today, you know? And then, like I said, I love that she, like, the news starts to say that there's something wrong and she just switches it to music because, like, that's what most of us would do.
I mean, I don't know. If the news is saying, hey, we got a special alert, I'm probably going to at least watch what the special alert is. If it's CNN, I'm not, because they're always saying something's breaking news. But, like, if I'm just watching, I don't know, you know, I want to make sure.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we're not dropping a bomb on a civilization. So that,
True.
you know.
Which we probably are at any given moment.
Yeah.
I really like the intro. So you probably know this. I don't know if our audience knows this. Like, mid-apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic movies are, like, my favorite genre. Same with books. It's like, oh, I love it. Like, The Postman, Waterworld, Book of Eli.
Gattaca?
Like, Gattaca? That kind of counts, I guess.
I've never seen Gattaca. I just know Jason Mann.
It's not very apocalyptic.
Yeah, I just know that he says that in, like, the league. Was that the league?
Yeah, it was the league. Yeah, they were playing paintball. Yeah. But yeah, like, so when I think post-apocalyptic stuff is kind of my favorite, but, like, day zero apocalyptic stuff also great. And I think the key to a good one is, like, how they show it popping off. Like, that's part of what makes the beginning of The Last of Us so good. The game, I mean. Yeah. I don't remember where it fell in the show, but, like, that feeling of normalcy and then immediately getting upended, I think that's done really well in this movie, especially because they establish her, like, chatting with the little girl on her way back home from work, to show that, like, this is someone they have a relationship with, and then show the relationship with her husband, and then how fast it all unwinds, and then how fast the entire world is unwinding.
It is kind of weird where I want to start poking the holes. Like, the zombies in some cases are stupid. Like, this is one of my least favorite things about just zombies.
Yeah.
Our entire zeitgeist. There's just no rhyme or reason to what they can or can't do, and I wish that someone would just write a compendium of zombies and what their powers are. Because how does a girl get into their house?
So
even if like, she would have to have I'm sick, I'm getting out of my house as a little girl and then going to my neighbor's house that I know. Like, the zombie the doors aren't open. Like, the zombie would have to open the door, and it's just, this is one of the things, like, on Walking Dead, sometimes they're just stupid and they can't do anything, and other times they have ultimate power and they can do stuff. And
so I agree with you with, like, the principle of what you're saying, but, like, the like, compendium of zombie rules I don't want, because I like the variety of zombie worlds.
Yes.
Like,
I agree, but
is it fast zombies? Is it slow zombies? Like, I like that difference, but within a single movie, a single universe, it's annoying when sometimes they're running and sometimes they can't get out of a fountain.
Yes.
Like that in this movie, that did bug me.
Yeah.
Because it's also shown like they don't know, they can't figure out doors.
Yeah.
Like when she closes the door on her husband after he turns, he has to smash through the door to get to her.
Yeah,
So-
like my other thing is, it's like they're all just kind of waiting outside of the mall, but like they can't even hear them anymore. They just kind of know that they're there, but it's just like these ostensibly aren't the last 10 people in existence. There's people in other places.
Yeah.
But like throughout the movie, you can see other parts where it's just like bombs are going off in the background and places that weren't on fire
Yeah.
are on fire. So it's just, why is there 1,000 zombies?
They
just
even
right
they
here?
even say that in the movie, and they're like, I don't know, instinct,
Yeah.
memories, I guess.
Go back
Like,
to the
okay,
mall.
thank you for explaining that.
Why wouldn't they go back to their home?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I do like about the Walking Dead version of zombies is that like sound does distract them. The smell of live humans attracts them,
Yeah.
but also you like years into the apocalypse, you just get wandering hordes that are so large that if they detect you, they might not be able to open the door, but there's so many of them are going to push forward that's going to break the door down.
Yeah.
So like that, I appreciate. In this case, there was just a lot of like,
Inconsistencies.
okay, I'll hop on board, I guess, for the sake of the.
What I wanted them to do, the part that bothered me was like, all right, when they went down to the garage, right?
Mhm.
They found out that the garage was locked. Systematically just kill them. Then you
Yeah.
have that whole garage. You can figure stuff out. They do it so stupidly, and it's like, you guys have been in this for a while
Right.
now. You'd think that they would have a better plan.
Right. It's also like benefit of 20 years of
Of-
other zombie content that's in
Yes.
our heads, right? But like it's so the Walking Dead fan in me, when they open the door to the garage and they have a place that they know is safe behind them, just like make a bunch of fucking noise and
Yeah.
see what zombies come
Yeah.
out, instead of just like going in and not watching each other's backs.
Yeah.
I also don't understand why the zombies aren't interested in the dog, but I'll accept that about the zombies, I guess.
But yeah, I'm not too mad at them for too much. I have questions about why they felt the need to leave before they ran out of supplies.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's just, why not get to Andy's? All right, they did a lot of contraption-y type stuff. There's got to be an RC car.
Yeah.
Get an RC car to get a line or a rope over to Andy. Then you guys have a line. You can get a bucket on it.
Yeah.
Like there's things that you can do. Like he has so many weapons, right? I would just be, if you have food, your job should just be shooting them.
Yeah.
Just kill as many.
Just kill as many.
Like
as
you can kill 1,000 zombies in a day, easy.
Yeah.
Just do that repeatedly, and then eventually, they're doing the whole binoculars. They die in the head. They're doing it for sport. Just
Yeah.
like you need to. He should know. I need to get out of this. I'm gonna run out of food.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't really explain how much time goes by, but clearly enough time that they know help isn't coming.
Yeah.
And so you'd think they would have come up with a plan sooner.
I can't get over them leaving.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you guys have food and safety here.
Yeah.
Like-
And it was safe until you did something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even still, it's just like, again, these zombies they're zombies. Another one, I wrote this down, another one of my least favorite tropes about zombie movies is that they exist in a world where zombies don't exist in their zeitgeist.
Yeah.
So this is
yeah.
like-
that's good.
It's like, as going to what you just said, of course, we're going off of years of preparing for what happens if zombies, but they live in a world where
Well, no one's
that doesn't
done it.
happen.
Yeah.
Like, did no one write
Yeah.
Day of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead?
Right.
It's 1978 in this universe.
I guess
I guess
so.
not.
Yeah.
But
That's funny. I didn't think about that.
that's always
kind of one of the
my
things I like about Dog Soldiers is that it's like aware of the myth. Of
Yes, they're
werewolves.
aware
Like,
of
they're
werewolves.
They're like, does anyone know if silver works? And she's like, no one's gotten close enough to try.
Exactly, and I appreciate, even if they call them zombie. Like, zombie isn't a trademark term as far as I know.
Yeah,
I feel like every other movie has to call it. They're walkers.
yeah,
They're clicker. Like you got to give them this thing that makes it unique to your universe.
yeah.
It's just like there's zombies. There's video games, PlayStation.
Yeah.
You guys reference PlayStation, which means that video games exist, which means that Resident Evil exists in your world.
Yeah, presumably.
Yeah, presumably.
I didn't think about that at all.
Mekhi Phifer.
Yeah.
I don't know his character's name.
I don't either, so we won't count this one against you.
It's like,
His wife's name was Luda. I can't remember.
first of all, when he just shoots at Ving Rhames, they're clearly people.
Yeah, I know. I know, they're all like walking slow, like with a gun. Yeah.
And he misses, which is hilarious. But it's hard because, you know, as a person without kids, I can, in a way, understand, right? Well, I can't really understand what it's like to have the trauma that it would be that your wife and you have a child, and that I thought it was really, at first I thought that the baby was dead. And then I was like, this is stupid. It was just kicking in her body. And then it's like not dead, and it's like a zombie.
It's dead.
And then
it's just undead.
Then it's undead. And I was just like, well, maybe it's not. Maybe I should check and see if it has the antidote or something. They just put it out.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a baby. What could it possibly do?
Yeah. That's like when I think of this movie, the first thing I think of is the zombie baby. And I also think Mekhi Phifer does a really good job in that scene where he's like clearly traumatized holding his zombie baby and like kills the trucker chick.
I felt so bad for her. She just was like,
Norma, I think. She
didn't want that. She's just like, I'm just gonna check on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure everything's cool.
She should have just been like, we're cool.
Yeah, that was
like, everybody else has guns. You could have. That was the problem, and I think that's good because people aren't perfect. So yes, people are going to make rash decisions. So you can't just be like, why didn't you just make the smart decision at every?
Yeah, she reacted pretty hard there, and so did he.
But I mean, maybe this is misogyny, but I'm like, you're a woman. You should know that a person would want. He just had a child.
Yeah.
Dead or not, you might want to handle this
a little differently
with a little bit of care.
She's tied up. Zombie wife is tied up. Let's kind of try to back this down.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to dome her.
I understand. Yeah, like I understand a man coming in there and being brash. And maybe this is like, again, misogynist, gender role-y stuff.
We can apply 2004 misogynism to how we evaluate the 2004 movie. Yeah.
You'd think that the death touch person would be the female trucker. She's got best of both worlds. She's a woman, and she has to deal with shit men
and
all the time.
She's already clearly one of the rational characters in this group and has done a very good job surviving up to this point and showing empathy and helping others.
Like you said, she's tied up. She's not going to do anything.
Yeah, you don't have to kill her.
You kill her, but maybe tell everybody else first what's happening.
Yeah, let me get that off you, my friend. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
It was a compelling story though, the Mekhi Phifer, his character, the pregnant wife, all that was I think that was probably the most compelling part of the movie.
I thought it was the most tropey thing too. Like, I like that the main guy at the end was like, hey, I got bit. I didn't tell you guys, but I'm going down. Yeah. I thought this movie, for what it's worth, nobody didn't say anything. And then, Norma kinda, but like nobody just turned because they didn't say anything, even though they knew better.
None of the like, oh, I got a bite, I'm gonna cover it up.
Yeah.
I guess Luda did, like the pregnant Russian wife.
But they didn't. At least they have plausible deniability that they didn't really know at the time. That wasn't a bite; it was a scratch.
Yeah.
So
true.
I was also kind of wondering about that too, because they kept on saying bites, and if a scratch can get you, I remember Ving Rhames cut his arm, not by a zombie, but he cut his arm.
Yeah.
So I was wondering the whole time too. I was just like, well, is it just an infected, like what?
Yeah. Again, the zombie world not super detailed in like how this universe works.
Yeah.
But I also think this is well before the like blow up of popularity of zombie stuff, so they probably didn't feel the need to do that.
Were they trying to insinuate that the security guards were gay?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
What made you think that?
Because they were both kind of homophobic.
They were, yeah.
And
when the one says that he wants a soy mocha latte and he gets called the F word.
Yeah, and then when the pastor or whatever, that one old dude goes in there, he's talking about how he was talking about gay experiences or whatever. He gives them like this whole thing and they were like locked together. I was wondering if like the subtext was that they were like repressed. The main guy was like, or the main security guard was like repressed gay.
I totally didn't pick up on it, but I'm willing to go with you on this.
I'm not sure if it was or not. I'm not sure if this is a thing. I didn't look it up, but I was kind of getting, you know how that trope used to be like, I'm a straight guy who's secretly gay and I'm a dick to everybody.
It's not really a trope. That's like a big chunk of the Republican Party, right?
Yes, but I mean, it's true. Tropes are based off.
But yes, yeah, I know what you mean.
I was wondering if that was supposed to be the case. I was like, man, there was no reason for, because it's like him and his little stoolie. I felt bad for him when he.
But the monkey bar zombie that jumps on
yeah, that was
weird. Yeah, again, some of these things are dumb. This one is missing legs and just like, I'm coming for you. Yeah,
they don't hear it.
Effective horror.
Yeah.
But non-consistent.
Exactly.
Universe, yeah.
I felt bad for him. At first, asshole security guard CJ, I was just like, I'm not mad at you. You're running a tight ship. You have secured the means, and it's not up to you to handle everybody, because he's kind of right. If he hadn't let them in, they would have just stayed there and been there for pretty long. They were pretty organized. He might be like, hey, we need to systematically wrap this out. But they wouldn't have. It was good to have other people.
Yeah.
I was like, he's running a tight ship, but it's just like, once you start being misogynist, and like, you have no reason to lock them up at this point. Like, now you're just keeping them. Once it got rapey, it was just like, all right, now I'm not on your side anymore.
Exactly, yeah. I think that's one of the things that the best zombie movies and shows do really well is the tension between the threat of the zombie and the threat of humanity. That's why I like post-apocalyptic stuff.
Well, it's one of the things that I really liked about The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
They did the whole, like, we are the Walking Dead. It's like the humans are really the scary thing that are out there.
Exactly.
Nature is nature. This movie, I don't think it relied on it too much. Like, at the end, everyone was kind of, when it came down to it, everybody was on the same side. There wasn't any double crossing.
Steve was kind of self-serving piece of shit.
And that's bro, you have literally one job.
Yeah.
I always felt it was funny that like people had such a hard time closing doors behind them in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, especially at the end when there's a truck, just close the door.
Yeah.
And slam. And if it doesn't work, just keep doing it.
Yeah, you have better motor skills than these.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the inconsistency is definitely annoying. Also, like talking about the part where Steve was supposed to like unlock the door for them when they come back from Andy's and he doesn't. All the zombies just like chase them up the stairs and then stop on the landing and stare at them. Like that part, I was so annoyed at that part. I'm like, come on. Like make them be zombies or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're not thinking, they're not debating who's gonna run up there.
But I was also pretty mad about the whole manhole. I was like, this is a bad plan.
Yeah, going up through.
You guys are gonna go up through a manhole right in the middle of them and hope. Like, it's tough because zombie rules is like the one was an old man, right? He falls down. Yeah. He dies. It was a different. It was the dude who taught them how to weld.
They're redneck guy, like the trucker, the guy in the trucker.
I felt
hat.
so bad for him because I was expecting him to be racist and he wasn't. He was just
he was a cool character.
They didn't determine. He probably was.
I also love when CJ just hands him the pistols and starts dragging him. That was one of the things I was like,
I was
really
hoping
Left 4
he was
Dead.
going to survive, and he didn't. And I was just like, it was just like, so he falls down that. He breaks his shit.
Yeah.
The rest of the zombies fall down there. And they're just like, we can run.
Yeah.
Shoot me. And it's like, again, like, just weird. I guess this is more me griping with the genre more so than the movie itself. Because obviously, but they all started dying pretty dumb. I also wrote, what do you think? I was like, remember when CJ and them wouldn't let them up? I was like, look, I'd probably just rather be on the first floor with you guys can have upstairs.
Yeah, right. Like just leave us alone.
Yeah, you guys have your upstairs, that's fine. We have downstairs, that's cool. Again, it's tough because you're right. I keep thinking about this in the way that's like everybody who's like a millennial basically has their like zombie, what I would do
Yeah.
in this situation.
That was, I used to, when I was interviewing people at work, that was one of the questions I would throw in is if there was a zombie apocalypse, who is one person that you would want with you and why? Because mostly because I thought it was fun to see how people react to that.
Let's do it.
Huh?
Let's do it.
You want me to ask you that?
I was going to ask you first.
My answer is close friend of mine named Keith, who is like a big survivalist guy, like not really into like prepper, like has a container in his backyard kind of thing, but like he lived by himself in Snoqualmie, like in Snoqualmie Pass, like in a yurt and like harvest herbs, and so like that's my pick. Is like I want that guy. What about you?
Brian, Patreon member, similar. Like he's got guns, knows how to use them and cleans them. Like kind of like you, but I mean like he's more of the like he for fun plays DayZ, which is a survivalist game. Like just pretty much.
See, this is why I want Keith. Is like I have the guns and know how to use them. I want someone that will help me like dress a wound with some herbs that he found in the woods. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Brian tried to do the PCT, so I think he has some, but I think I might have to be relied on for that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But he's also a person who does gambling with friends with me, so it's like, we might have to do some well, you know, you want someone that's going to be good humor as well.
Yeah, that's true.
It's tough because everybody would have the same ideas. Like I would think you'd go to Costco, but then like that's also one, there's going to be a ton of people at Costco, so if it breaks out, you're going to have to clear Costco.
Exactly.
That'll be tough. Also, it'll be a place that everyone's going to want to go to afterwards because all the supplies are. The tough thing about the zombie apocalypse is that people are capitalists, and I don't think I'd want to be at Costco because that's the quickest way that I'm going to get chained up by some like power hungry person.
Yeah. That's
the
thing.
Tough.
Yeah, I actually
I'd rather be off the grid.
Exactly. It was like kind of flee opposite of everybody else, you know. But there is no right answer. That's kind of the entire point. Usually when I ask people that question, I try to constrain it to people that they know, you know, like someone in real life. Like you can't just like pick anybody. But one time I was at PAX, which is if you guys out there don't know, is like a big video game convention that is here in Seattle. Yeah, Penny Arcade Expo. And there was a discussion with Kari Payton, who played King Ezekiel in The Walking Dead. Incredible actor. And I actually got up to the Q&A mic and I asked him that. And I told him, I was like, I usually ask this as an interview question. So what's your answer? He's like, can I pick anybody? I was like, I wasn't going to tell him like, no, it has to be someone you know in real life. And he said Yoda. That was like the answer he came up with was he wanted Yoda.
That's a bad fucking answer. King Ezekiel, that's the dumbest answer. You want Yoda? He can barely even walk.
Lightsabers.
Also, Yoda died.
Yeah. Well, not until he was 500.
Yeah, but what?
I know, it is weird. It was just fun getting to ask someone. It was fun getting to ask someone from The Walking Dead that question.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Force isn't going to stop like a 50 cal round bullet from blowing your head off.
That's true. I don't know.
I'd rather have my buddy Brian. Mark, what about you?
Survival.
Also, comments below if you were stuck in the...
Who would you take with you in the zombie apocalypse? You can only pick one person.
Okay, do one real person and then one fake person.
Yeah, there you go.
I want Goku. You can instant transmission me somewhere else.
There you go.
Type fucking dumbass answer. What is he talking about? Yoda? I hate that answer. That actually is pissing me off. Yoda? Why Yoda? Sorry, Mark.
What was your answer, Mark?
Oh, I'm going Maceo.
Maceo?
Yeah, okay.
He knows how to, yeah.
Don't you have other kids?
I do, but that dude is not
He's resourceful.
I'm picking my favorite kid. Fuck the rest of you.
No, I did not say that. I did not say favorite kid. That is...
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
This is what happens when you're friends with Ugie. You can twist everything you say. Maceo's resourceful, though. I understand that.
Yeah,
because see, this is the thing: is you pick the one person who will also help you save the rest of the people that you love. That's the way I see it. It's like, yeah, obviously, I want Coley and my dogs to somehow survive this with me, but to do that, Keith is my best shot. You know?
I don't think a single person in the world answers Ugo. If you could ask a fucking billion people this question, bro. If they're answering, Ngozi might say me. Ngozi is like the only person I think has the potential to say me. Not
I don't know. I feel like
chance in hell.
Ngozi's dumbass is saying Yoda too.
I do have to say that Maceo would be amazing with me on Amazing Race.
Yes, me and my brother have talked about doing that. I've always wanted to do Amazing Race. I would like to do it like if you could do 4 people so I could have all my siblings.
I feel like if I could pick anyone, actually, I would pick you for Amazing Race.
Amazing Race?
Because I feel like we're both super competitive, and we also would not have a problem yelling at each other in a moment where like we need to do something quick and just like get something done. I've told Coley before that I would go on with you.
See, that's actually a thing. I've heard that from that Amazing Race. I've heard that from people.
Yeah.
I think I handle pressure fairly well. Like in a high pressure intensity, I'm actually very able to stay calm and make decisions. And even if people are, I've dealt with my dad, yelling doesn't really bother me too bad. Especially, I don't want to get yelled at when things aren't under pressure, but when things are, I like playing sports. Like
right, yeah. It's not personal. Like we're just getting like let's go. Yeah.
But I think when it's life or death,
when the stakes are life and death and survival,
that's a little tough. I'm not that sort of survivalist. Like I camp a little bit, you know. I know some things, but I'm not the person realistically, so that kind of sucks. I feel like that's a good question to ask one famous person and one I don't know, maybe not famous. What do you call that? Like a
fictional
fictional person. A fictional person without magic powers.
Yeah.
Right? Because I already broke it. It's just like, yes, Goku can just get me out of there.
John Wick.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Someone who's just really, really good at shooting.
Yeah.
Or someone who's really good
That's the problem with the zombie apocalypse, though, is like inevitably there are more of them than there are bullets in the world, you know, which is like something that they did a good job reckoning with in Walking Dead.
Yeah.
This is turning from a Dawn of the Dead recap podcast to Walking Dead appreciation post.
Yeah. The episode, what is her name? Gail? Who was like Gail? The badass woman. She like leaves her abusive husband and like, it's not Gail.
Oh gosh, I haven't watched it in so long. I loved her though.
She was my favorite character.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if she survived or not, but there was one episode where she gets captured. And the point of the story is that she starts crying.
Carol.
She starts crying not because she thinks something's going to happen to her. She's like, I know what I'm going to have to do to you guys.
Yeah.
And I think in that moment, she realized that she herself became a monster and she wasn't redeemable. That was where the movie that was where the show peaked for me. I never watched another episode after
really
that.
Nice.
I was like, she's my favorite character, and this is a Carol-centric episode. And for me, it's probably not getting better than this. Yeah. And that's where I hopped off the train. I never got to see. Great. Yeah. I never got to see what happened. Like I heard about all the Negans. It was the Negan season, and it was before It was before we met him. And I was just like, I've been watching this for too long.
I think you picked the right time.
Yeah.
There are two, like when I think about The Walking Dead and the most effective scenes that like really just like fucked me up, to be like, there's no better way to phrase it. The one at the end of season 2 where Sophia, her daughter, comes out of the barn and you realize that like there is no hope. She's not somewhere else. She is one of them.
Yeah.
Like that was when the show really, like, I was like, oh, really anyone can get got.
Yeah.
And this is fucked up. And then the big Negan reveal when they kill Glenn was where I was like, it's like one of the most like affecting things I've felt from television was that scene where he pounds Glenn's head in, and they like show it in detail on the. Yeah,
I never watched that, but I just known about it.
Yeah, it's like it's
like something, not something a fan favorite.
Yeah.
So this anyway. JoJo.
Yeah.
Where are you in JoJo's, by the way?
I haven't resumed from the season 1.
Yeah.
Supercut that I
something that I wanted to note about this movie was that I knew it was filmed in Canada because at one point they had a feast laid out and they had a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it said PFK.
I was wondering about
French is
that.
poulet frit Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Because in Canada, you have to have both English and French
Yeah.
for major brands.
I wondered why. I noticed that it said PFK. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Huh. While we're talking Easter eggs, my favorite one that I just caught this time, the opening scene with her husband at home, and I think they're watching TV. There's a 2004 Subaru Impreza WRX commercial that you get for like 2 seconds. And I was like, that's random, because it's one of my favorite cars. I was like, that's random. And I looked it up. Zack Snyder directed that Subaru commercial.
Oh, that's cool.
And so he threw it in as an Easter egg for like his own Easter egg, basically.
Something that I wanted to talk about, which I forgot in our Wayne's World episode, was that the commercial for Noah's Arcade, he's like talking in front of like Sonic 1.
Oh, was he? I didn't even catch what he was.
It's just his face in front of like
someone
Sonic
playing.
Yeah, Sonic 1 is just going on in the background. You can see that it's so Sonic and coins or rings and stuff.
Yeah.
And like the little kid Ugie and me could just like, Sonic 1, it's there. And yeah, that just reminded me of
That's
that.
awesome.
Again, I don't remember names, but girl that loved a dog that risked everything for the dog. Nicole, Jesus Christ, man. That was, of all the blunders, and like, I get it, but
she lost her dad. She's gotten attached to this dog. But yeah,
you're putting everybody.
That's the thing, is like, we've already established that the dog is fine and the zombies aren't interested. So why are you going to save the dog?
Exactly.
Like, you can somehow whistle. And how were they planning on getting the dog back in the first place? Was it gonna? I guess it could have stayed with Andy, and then
because their plan was to
get food to Andy temporarily.
They were going to pick him up on the way.
And Andy, okay, and then she just freaked out because Andy turned, but nothing was going to happen to that dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
Other blunders I want to discuss. Michael, the like main guy, kind of love interest for Anna for some reason that they don't actually get into. When they're trying to clear the mall, like they're all like exploring to see like where there might be zombies and whatnot. He puts down his steel crowbar and picks up a croquet mallet. That is not a better weapon. I don't understand it.
Maybe because you can just kind of get a little bit more torque.
I don't know, though, but like I guess at that point they don't know that you have to damage the brain to kill the zombie. Yeah. They're just kind of like, I would never put down the crowbar.
I was just like, I was thinking it very much as like a video game. It's just like, in your equip thing, it's like, he put down this weapon to pick up this weapon. I was like, that doesn't seem like it's a better weapon for you in this situation.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can just go like.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just like, it's steel. Like, that's going to do some damage. Well, similar to the Easter eggs we were talking about, I really love that the coffee shop in the mall was called Hallowed Grounds. That's just like, it's dumb because no coffee shop would be called that, except for maybe in like Portland. But I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah. I also was just like, so you guys, society's done. You're going to get on a boat to go to an island. What are you guys going to do in the winter? This is Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
It's just like, you guys would have just been better driving the car to other places that potentially had supplies.
Yeah.
Because like, if you can, maybe you don't want to go to I don't know what they're going to do, but you're basically going to have to start, if you can get dry food, which there probably should be in abundance at the mall.
Yeah.
Like, apparently there would probably be like
something about them losing power is why they left.
Yeah, they lost power, and I imagine that like milk and stuff would go bad.
Yeah,
but you still have water, like, and they said there was generation. It's just like, again, you guys should have lights and stuff. Just go back down there. All right, we fucked up the first time. This time, let's make sure there aren't fucking legless
climbing zombies.
Because I think it was just they just need to get the generator working, right?
Yeah.
Because the
plan doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like there's some sort of sense of urgency, but it doesn't really.
Yeah, you guys are gonna go to an island and what? There's not food there.
Yeah, unless it's like an island that has a homestead, a farm. You know, like that's where I would want to go, is like somewhere with a farm that I could somehow reinforce.
Which you wouldn't be the first person to think that either. It's just, you guys are in a very great place. You know, no one's coming. You have it locked. It's pretty secure.
Yeah.
I would just work. Yeah. even zombie, you know zombies or you don't know zombies. You know what you know, and you know what you don't know, and you know what
Yeah.
you know that you
I would have to
don't
be
know.
forced out of a safe
Yeah.
place by something.
Yeah, I was like, I would be like, okay, you guys go. I'm gonna stay here with the food and the safety.
Yeah.
I would honestly, if I were gonna make any moves, it would literally just be to get to Andy's, get more weapons,
Get the ammo. Yeah.
try and figure out a pulley system. That's what I would probably do. Try and like attach something to the roof so I can have a pulley system,
Mhm.
so that I don't know. If you
Yeah.
get good rope, which there probably shouldn't be good rope in the mall, you can maybe climb across and tie yourself in a way so that you won't fall below.
Yeah.
I don't know. There just seems
I think it's there had to be something to move them out of the safety. It just wasn't done super well. As much as I love James Gunn as a writer,
yeah.
like there are very big holes in this world, but it's still entertaining. Like it's still a great zombie movie. So
Yeah. Phil from Modern Family had it right. He's just like, "Yep, I'm just making pornos in this mall while the rest of the world's going."
Yeah.
What, you don't need anything else.
Yeah. I do the thing that the plot hole filled plan gives us is a plan coming together montage, which I do appreciate.
That was
Especially,
very cool.
Like the build out of the tank fans, you know, and whatnot. Like that was satisfying.
Again, like still, I mean, also you might want to keep all those like propane tanks, but if you guys could do that, why don't you just do that more? You can just shot more bombs. Like, yeah, that's my main gripe. Just spend
Instead
more
of trying
time
to clear the zombies
clear
out of
the
your
zombies
area
in your
and
area.
secure where you are.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Because then ostensibly something has seeds. Start growing stuff inside.
And Andy's shop isn't the only one in that area.
Yeah.
There's probably lots of supplies around you if you can get to the other stores. So
yeah. Anyways,
I do have a question for you.
What? Shoot.
I want to know what you think was more 2004 between Nicole's little sweepy bob haircut, or Anna's double tank top outfit.
I think the short hair of the 90s was very tropey, so I'm gonna say the double tank top, which was cool.
I agree. Double tank tops or triple.
Yeah.
Got the cami and the Hollister shirt over. Yeah, layers, man. Very 2000s.
I got a question for you, right? If you have to make one, assuming that everybody gets to make one room or one store in the mall their own place, which store in the mall are you making yours? Yeah. Comment below.
Yeah,
if you're in a Walking Dead zombie apocalypse type stuff and you're at a secure mall, which store in the mall would you, if you could dibs, would you make your place of residence?
I would probably say something like Target, or even like a Macy's, just because of the variety of stuff. But 2004, I remember in South Center Mall, there was like a store that was like collectible swords, knives, etc. So I would take that one.
My local mall, so I have to choose between Fairview and, because it sucks, if I pick an electronics store, you know that power is eventually going out. You don't want an electronics store. I think I would want like some sort of like REI type beat.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Like
if there's an REI in the mall, that's a better answer.
Yeah, something where like you can get stuff that will
There's a
allow
bunch
you
of freeze-dried camping food.
Exactly. Yeah. Lots of like pillows for this sort. But like a Bed Bath and Beyond, like a place that sells beds.
I almost said like a Casper. If there was like a Casper pop-up store in the mall, just get a nice bed.
But then you can still grab one.
Yeah, exactly.
You can get one. That's the cool thing. A mall is a wonderful place. If you can get a secure mall, it's a great place to be because you have all the stuff.
Yes.
So yeah, REI for me. I want that.
REI is an excellent answer.
My thing was just like, while you guys are there, you should be filling up every single bottle of everything that will hold water. Fill that shit up.
Yeah.
Because you have no idea when
it's going to go out. Yep, for sure. The only other thing I have that we haven't talked about is the big band blues jazz Down with the Sickness cover that I totally forgot about, but I definitely had on my iPod in the 2000s. closed in the credits by the actual Down with the Sickness.
Yeah.
That was like very effective. Yeah, it's good shit.
When that came on and I was watching, because I watched the end, I was like, oh, there's like all these extra scenes, and it kind of is like, what is it, the prologue, just kind of showing. Yep, they were fucked anyway.
Yep.
It was a stupid plan.
Yes, it was.
It was a stupid plan. That's one of those things where I would, if I'm a part of that group, I'd be like, I'll see you guys.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
me and you would be like, all right,
Yeah.
sweet. So this whole Casper bed's to us now. The only problem is that they crashed out of the fucking. So now all the zombies. Well, the doors are. I mean, I guess when they left, the door was kind of cooked.
The lower level had been compromised at that
but not
point.
the higher level.
Yeah.
But I mean, that makes it hard for you to leave at this point.
Which I do want to mention how funny it was when they all escape into the elevator, and then there's that like few seconds of them just like with the elevator music going.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. So
That
overall,
felt very James Gunn.
Yeah.
Like
I think overall, I think we already gave it. We stopped doing this a lot, but this is I like this movie. I think it spawned a lot of good movies, and it was beneficial to the genre. And I think
it inspired a lot of subsequent really good zombie movies.
And video games. I wore my best Left 4 Dead sort of clothing.
Yeah.
To this episode.
Left 4 Dead was so good.
Man.
That was the one with the little crying girl that was like the witch, I think is what it was. Terrifying.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I played that, I was like, oh, this is so upsetting. But anyway. I think one of my favorite zombie movies for sure.
What do you think is your favorite zombie movie?
The Girl with All the Gifts.
Never even seen it.
It's based on a book. It's kind of similar to Last of Us in that it's like a fungal zombie infection thing. It's very, very good.
I really like Train to Busan.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I've heard that one's really good.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's my favorite. It might really just be based Mila in the very first one. My only thing about the Resident Evil movies is that it's its own universe. It's not the video. I wish that it was the same world as the video games, but it's not. And Mila Jovovich is just her own thing.
Entity.
Yeah. I really wish that, like, because I think the lore of Resident Evil is really good, and I wish that was I want them to do remakes. And Mila can be in them, but I want them to be like a part of the actual real story, because there's a cool story there outside of just like anime and stuff.
All right, man. Well, this has been another Black and White Cinema podcast from the Creative Block in Seattle. We hope you enjoyed it. Please share with a friend. It helps us out a lot. Let us know what your favorite zombie movie is.
Let us know where you would go in the movie, but also in real life.
Yeah. Where's your zombie hideout? Apocalyptic hideout. It doesn't have to be zombies. Let us know what you thought of the movie. Please like, subscribe, comment. I know you hear it all the time. It really helps us out. You can find us wherever you want. allmylinks.com/kev-n-oogie. Thank you to the actual friends of the podcast. Mark, no Maceo today. Larry, shout out Larry. Creative Block, Marky Boy Productions. Natasha, thank you for editing. Megan and Alec, thank you for our logos. And thank you to our Patreon members, Lisa, Eric, Philip, Brian, Ben, John, and Evan. And thank all of you for joining us today. Revolution. Take care.